Welcome to my tutorial. If you are new here, you're welcome, and if you're old, you're super welcome. This video will focus on how to calculate coefficients of standard deviation, the coefficient of variation, and the standard error. The table here shows the number of goals scored in a football team in 10 matches. These are the number of goals scored in association with the number of matches. Before we arrange this table in a vertical order, please, if you are new in this channel, kindly hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. Remember, your comment is important to us. Now let's arrange this table in a vertical order. We'll vertically arrange this table. We could see the number of goals representing the class interval and the number of matches, which represents the frequency. So we derive value for the class mark or midpoint, also derive value for fs, s square, and fs square column. Now let's add up all the frequencies. 3 plus 5 plus 2, we have 10. To derive values for class mark, for the first row we have 1 plus 5, then divide by 2, gives 3. The second class mark will be 6 plus 10, divide by 2. Lastly, 11 plus 15, divide by 2. Let's proceed to the fs column. Fs simply means the frequency multiplied by x. For the first fs, 3 times 3, 9. Next is 5 times 8. Lastly, 2 times 13. Now let's move to the s square column. S square simply means the square of each of these values. For the first s square, 3 square, meaning 3 times 3. Next is a square. Lastly, 13 square, 169. Let's proceed to fs square column. That is frequency multiplied by s square. The first fs square will be 3 times 9, followed by 5 times 64. Lastly, 2 times 169, 338. Now let's sum up all these values. 27 plus this plus this. Let's also sum up this. 9 plus 40 plus this. Now let's calculate coefficients of standard deviation. Formula for calculating the coefficients of standard deviation equal standard deviation divided by mean. This simply implies that we're expected to calculate standard deviation of this data and then divide by the mean of the data. Standard deviation is the square root of summation fs square. Remember, our summation fs square value is this, divided by summation f minus summation fs divided by summation f. 685 divided by 10, 75 divided by 10, 68.5 minus 7.5 square. So 68.5 minus 50.25, square root of 12.25. So our standard deviation value is 3.50. Remember, we said the coefficient of standard deviation formula is standard deviation divided by mean. And we've gotten the value for standard deviation. Let's also proceed to getting the value for mean. This is the formula used in calculating the mean of our group data. Mean is represented with this symbol, summation fs divided by summation f. So 75 divided by 10 gives 7.5. Now let's proceed to calculating coefficients of standard deviation. Standard deviation value divide by the mean value. So this divide by this. This is the value of the coefficient of standard deviation. Now let's calculate the coefficient of variation. Here is the formula for calculating the coefficient of variation. That is standard deviation divided by the mean times 100. Or coefficient of standard deviation times 100. Value for coefficient of standard deviation is this times 100. So this times 100 gives 46.67%. Finally, let's calculate the standard error. The formula for calculating the standard error of our group data is standard deviation divided by square root of summation f. The value of our standard deviation is 3.50 divided by the square root of summation f. Summation f value is 10. 3.50 divided by the square root of 10 gives this value. And so 3.50 divided by 3.1622 gives this. So we succeeded in answering all the questions by calculating the coefficient of standard deviation, coefficient of variation, and the standard error. If you got value from this video, please do well to like, leave a comment, share this video, and subscribe to my channel. Thanks so much for watching. Bye!